Hello, everybody. Welcome to Angel a Beach. Oh, Lord. Leppy, leppy, leppy.
Me being me. Hi, honey. How's your week been?
Better than last week.
Well, that's good.
Oh, haven't been
That's
bad.
muchly good.
Yeah,
I
so,
finally got to get an appointment with a chiropractor.
well,
I
that's
get to
good.
go see him on the 19th because my shoulder keeps going numb, because I can only turn my head that far this way. I can go all the way over here this way, but it stops right there.
I
It
thought you were
hurts.
already going to a chiropractor, though.
Well, I saw one that I paid for. This is the VA one. I talked to him on Monday, and they gave me an appointment for the 19th of October.
Huh. Interesting.
Good thing I wasn't bleeding, huh? I love
Yeah,
it. Everybody
yeah,
goes, we need socialized medicine, one payer healthcare. Yeah, that's great if you don't mind seeing the doctor in, 3, 4 months.
right. Yeah, exactly. All you wanting this socialized medicine out there. Yeah, because I used to, because, I mean, most of you know I do medical transcription, and
Right.
several years ago. I mean, they still do them, but I did them back then. Hated them the whole time, but they were trying to find people to do the account, and it was Canadian, it was a Canadian health system,
Oh, Lord.
um, and yeah, I knew that they were on some sort of socialized medicine type of thing, but
Right.
I had never that was my actual, in my opinion, true experience without going to them. True experience was typing the reports, because then I understood they literally, like, there is no going somewhere else or getting in somewhere else or even getting anything that you just want to have done. It's literally according to when they can fit you in, which could be way down the road. I even remembered hearing a story of a man who had a hernia, and generally most hernias aren't horrible, and generally they get taken care of pretty quickly. But this man, it got to the point where he couldn't work because he was in
Mm.
so much pain. And it took them 5 years to fix his hernia. That was 5 years that he could not work because he couldn't get this hernia fixed.
And
Now,
it
a
probably
lot of people,
took him what, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes to fix it?
an hour probably at the most, but the thing that gets me is the fact that, a lot of people from Canada will come down here, where
Hmm.
we will go down to Mexico for cheaper stuff. They'll come down here to get things done that they can't get done
More
from
expeditiously.
here. They'll just pay cash for it, you know. I mean, it's that bad. And they determine what you can and can't have done. How often you can come see them, whatever. It's ridiculous. There's just, you know, all these people that want all this stuff. It's like, you better think it through. Why don't you go live in a socialized type of country, or a place that has this socialized health care, and then see what you like. All these
Right.
people pushing for all of this socialized crap that has no idea what it is. It's not being social.
No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with being
But
social and friendly and outgoing. It has to do with grabbing your ankles and pray you don't croak before you can actually see
you
somebody.
did you not hear that when all this stuff started becoming popular several years ago, before COVID, back a while back, probably 10 years ago, and that was all you heard, was how socialism just means you're social. What?
Oh, I'm outgoing. I'm so social. I'm on all the medias. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. In socialism, that's where the government says, you eat this, you work here, you sleep now, you don't sleep now, you stand in this line, you do what we tell you to do. Hmm.
Which is where we're headed with the eat what they give you. What do we see coming up? Uh, oh god, they've got the. I just found out actually. Someone sent me an article and it was really interesting. I think it was Beaver sent it to me about the non non meat.
Oh,
Um,
the impossible meat.
Well, yeah, but it was an article and it was talking about, and everybody thought that Gates, because he's been buying up all this property, everybody thought that he was going to be growing food, blah, 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 blah. Well, apparently he is going to be growing food, but it's not going to be animal food. It's going to be
Insects.
vegetable food and insects and stuff that is going to be turned into fake chicken and fake
Yeah.
burgers and fake meat. So we're going to the Soylent. Well, I don't know if we're going to the Soylent Green, but I honestly would not doubt that that would be part of their little thing too, is to pull that little Soylent Green into it also.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt that at all.
I mean, someone actually posted in a group that I'm in a few weeks ago something about that they had heard that, and they couldn't post the article and it kind of disappeared before they could get a hold of it. They tried to message me with it, and it was gone. But talking about how they were putting human blood on, say, steaks or whatever meat you're buying at the grocery store, that they were adding human blood to these meats, in order to fool us and basically turn us into cannibals, by eating
Not
human
good. But
flesh.
your brain doesn't react well to its own kind.
Yeah.
There's a specific disease that you get from eating human flesh, and it's not healthy for you. Let me see if I can find out while we're chit chat. It has something to do with your brain, and it's an enzyme that's in us that's not good when we ingest it. Um,
They got
Talk
all,
amongst yourselves for 1 second while I type.
but I mean, it's just like, Zuckerberg's wife owns a restaurant in California that's called the Cannibal Club.
Oh, Jesus.
Um, yeah, and you used to could find it on Google, on the
Well,
maps.
it might be Kuru
But
is the name of the
now it's
disease.
conveniently disappeared. But it's a very private club, and also that what is her name, Abravanich or whatever, the girl, the lady that does the spirit cooking and stuff. That's all in the Hollywood scene, and that's what they're doing is they eat,
Right.
drinking blood. What was his name? Machine Gun Kelly and his girlfriend, what is it, Megan Fox? Is that her name? Talking about how they drink each other's blood and things
Ugh.
like that. I mean, this is the society that we're in now, and I honestly have a hard time trusting where our food is coming from and what they could be doing to our food to put this stuff on us that
Maybe
we
that's why
don't
they had to
know.
give everybody the jab.
Well, I just found out that my son, the only one that I know that actually got the poke, and that's because what's the shot that you get in the military? That one big shot that you get. Oh,
They give you tons of shots.
yeah, but there's this one in particular regular civilization doesn't get. Um, Darn it, I can't think of the name of it.
I
You
know
know,
they got anthrax for a while.
anthrax. That's it. Anthrax. Okay,
Okay.
so when he got this, my question was why? Why would you go get a vaccination that you really didn't need? Well, I've had anthrax 3 times and it didn't kill me, so this ain't gonna kill me. I'm just like, what? I mean, are you serious? Well, he has COVID right now.
Hmm.
Which actually goes along with this new thing that just came out. What was it last week that they came out saying that basically it was all BS anyway? That the vaccine doesn't keep you from getting anything.
Right.
So, yeah.
Now, they have here Kuru, Kuru, is a rare fatal nervous system disease, and it was the result of the practice of ritual cannibalism among the Foray in New Guinea. And it's also known as the laughing death. Kuru is a fatal brain disease that causes victims to lose control of their emotions, limbs, bodily functions. Disturbingly, many victims suffer from an uncontrollable fits of laughter and die less than a year after showing the first symptoms of the disease. See, you
Wow.
can't eat people
We're not
unless now maybe that inoculation, that mRNA not vaccine that we got, uh, could very well modify our internal structure to allow us to be able to consume people.
mm, I don't know. I just
Maybe. I mean, I'm just saying that's a speculation. That's way out in left field, Twilight Zone thought, but maybe. Because
I
I
just
know Gates is buying up buku farmland, and they want to shut down beef production because
the
meat
gas.
bad cow farts kill the ozone, make planet hot, get rid of cows. You fire trucking dumb SOBs. Stupidity sometimes runs rampant. But you know what's not stupid?
What?
That's if, and especially if Gates is going to get rid of, beef. That's what you do is you go over to Prepare with Mojo 50,
Hmm.
right? That's preparewithmojo50.com, and that's your portal into My Patriot Supply. They've got the 3 week or the 3 month and the 3 week both on sale. Now the 3 month you get like $150 off. It's 2,000 calories per person per day. That's all your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snatches, juices, drinks, everything but the ice cream for dessert. And you can get that over at preparewithmojo50.com. Don't you know? It's good for you. All freeze dried. All you do is add agua, which the Colorado River in California seem to be running out of profusely. And I listen to, oh lordy, Radio Classics over on Sirius XM, and they have this one old program from back in the like 40s or 50s called Romance of the Ranchos, and it is nothing more than early history of California. And some of those guys back in the 1800s had droughts that lasted, 15, 20 years and wiped everything out, just like they're experiencing now. That's, it's new. It's because we're using SUVs that the planet's getting hotter. Yeah, no, it's our location in space. It's just, it happens. But people, hey, what can I say?
Not really
It's,
much we can say.
no, crazy, crazy,
It is what
crazy.
it is. You know?
That's why every time I post something to the Daily Mojo, it always has the hashtag resist stupidity, because it is running rampant in our, well, not just our country, but in the world itself. It's crazy. You've got 6 people running all of the media, all of it. Just 6 guys. 6 people can sit down at around a table eating pizza, drinking beer, and go, "Hey guys, let's do that." Okay, let's do that. And if you don't think they do, I have a bridge I'll sell you. It might have, and it's a used bridge. I mean, it may have come from England, but hey,
Maybe.
famous the London Bridge. now in Phoenix. Phoenix? I think it's in Phoenix. I know it's in Arizona someplace.
Wish I could find this video. I had this video and I just thought about it and now I
Of
can't.
what? The London Bridge?
No, it's something that makes me think about the Agenda 21 because we got on this topic.
Oh, yeah, Agenda 2030 is 8 years out. It's happening, baby.
I know. In this particular video, it showed you something that they're working on because I keep saying that.
Oh, it's probably the wall in, is it Dubai or Abu Dhabi? And I think it's called the Wall. Isn't that what they're building? It's going to be like 200 miles long, a couple of 100 feet
Did I send
tall.
it to you? Did I send it to you?
Well, Brad has talked about it before.
I know, but did I send it to you? Because
Not that
I
I
sent it
recall,
to
but
someone and I can't find it.
type in the Wall while you're searching. I'm almost certain that's what it's called.
So
The
you think it's
Wall.
in Dubai?
Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, maybe. It's over in the sand.
Okay, well, I'm trying to find.
Saudi Arabia might sounds better.
I want to find a video.
Everybody will be telling us in the
What
chat
I
here in a
had,
second.
what I had was an actual video, and it's driving me nuts.
I think you sent it to Brad because Brad showed it on the daily. I'm pretty try Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, the Wall. I'm almost certain that's what it's called. What do you want to bet? I'm way off on the name. And I know Pink Floyd did the Wall, but that was Floyd of Pink. Everybody in the chat room's going, "It's this, it's this." Because I saw it on the daily. They showed it.
All I know is I sent it. Okay, I think this is it.
It's like 200. It's going to be what? 140 miles long or 170 miles long, 100 foot tall, but it's not real super wide.
City.
Yeah, and everything is right there. It's all self-sufficient. And you can travel from one end to the other in like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm almost certain it was called the Wall. So everybody just chat amongst yourselves while we do show prep on air.
Okay, so I found a video. It's not the video, but what's yeah, y'all
Saudi Arabia's new city looks like a huge.
Oh, this one's 8 minutes long.
That's all right. 8 minutes is cool.
Well,
105-mile long city,
okay, how
the
much
Wall.
time do we have? Okay, we don't have 8 minutes, so we'll show the video when we come back from the break. But
I've got a 1-minuter.
well, I have another one, but I think this one shows more of what
You're thinking
I was
about, yeah.
referring to.
And it's the line, not the wall. I was close. The
Right,
line.
and it is in Saudi Arabia, but
Yes.
yeah,
So,
it's just crazy because everybody could think, you got all these people saying, no, you're just crazy, you're crazy, whatever. And it's
no, we're
like,
not.
yeah, this stuff is happening right in front of you. And if you're,
105-mile long city.
so, I just don't understand how people are not, how they
Are
don't.
happy with owning nothing? Oh, I want to make a waffle. Okay, we'll put a request in for the waffle iron. They make it sound easy, but no, because people, it won't work. People themselves, us, Homo sapiens, human beings, we don't have enough morals and standards and cohesiveness. That'll be just like being in a gulag. I take it we're coming up on break.
Should be in a minute. I'm looking to see
In a minute.
last thing that I sent
Well,
to.
if we have a minute, you know what else is really good? And you're going to have to stock up, especially for the apocalypse. That's if you go over to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. And get you some coffee from DR. Even though he hasn't made our peach tea yet, DR. You know, ain't you a peach tea? Sounds good, but hey. Let's see, they got the
Doesn't like
Frederick.
us apparently.
It's what?
I said he doesn't like us apparently.
Oh, damn. Well, you know, he's got a lot going on with just being in a tornado and all shook up and trying to get everything put back together and get it up and running. That's not easy. That's a struff, ruck, and fuddle.
Yeah, I don't see it in my messages with Brad.
Okay, well, I sent you one, a little shorty 1 minute or.
Well, I have that long one, so we'll watch that long one.
Yeah, the long one would be mo better.
Yeah.
I hope everybody has had a good week as we've had. Well, not had. Although Liz did get not re-nominated, which is funny. Though there were some funny memes showing a Capitol building kind of like sitting on top of the legs from the Wizard of Oz, you know, Wicked Witch of the West, and on the side it said Liz Cheney on the ruby slippers with the building sitting down on her. I thought that was kind of cute.
These people are crazy. They're just a bunch of evil people.
Come on, meteorite.
Yeah.
Smod, sweet mother of doom. Please make us go boom.
Mm-hmm.
Break our dinner plate. I had to throw that in for you, hon. I wouldn't want you to feel neglected, dejected, or, you know.
Oh, I never. I'm
Never going to give you up. Me either.
I am fine.
I wish I was. I've been putting weight on. I've been trying to lose. Down to 175. It's just still too fat. I'm like,
I'm not even trying with the weight loss right now. I'm just trying with the getting
detox.
the
Yeah.
gluten and the detox and all that crap out of.
As a matter of fact, I have to go in and get perforated for blood tests so they can check because the meds that they give me for my
That
arthritis,
fun.
yeah, can possibly damage your internal organs. So they check to make sure everything's going all right. Uh-oh, there's the beep. And I'm having him check for cadmium, which is one of the heavy elements.
Right.
So we have, what, like 60 seconds before we go to a broken, or 30 seconds.
It's a coming. It's a coming.
I didn't know it was breathing hard. Jeez.
It's on its way.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh.
Oh me. But yeah, I don't know, it's just crazy because people just, I don't know, they don't want to wake up. They don't want to, you
Well,
know?
now, even me, I'm hard headed on some things. I don't buy hook, line, and sinker on everything, but I do capitulate on a good portion of.
It's like this stuff is happening right in front of people's faces and they still, you know. Okay, we'll see everybody in about 2 minutes. So we'll be right back. See, I know it's in my Instagram, but I don't know if I can get on my Instagram here. So I know that some of our people have seen it.
Right, because they watch the daily.
Well, no, and of course it's sending me a code and my phone is over there. So Speaking on that. But no, I posted it because I have a little group in the Instagram that um I post stuff in.
Well, you can grab your phone. We got a second.
No, I'm good. I already closed it. We'll just do this
Oh,
video. But it's from the one that's in there is way shorter, but
and I think that 8 minute one goes ahead and explains, hey, you can do this and everything's right here. And it kind of gives you like a fly through, you know, of the city, what it's supposed to look like, all terraced out and
People I can
everybody's little green space.
how far
And,
that's gonna get you. When you
sorry. I opened a window. I'm hoping maybe I might be able to find it on TikTok.
I wouldn't be good living in an environment like that.
Oh,
Well, our arms almost match up perfectly today
what do you mean?
on our pictures.
I found my video. Yay.
Here we go. It's the beach.
Okay, I am going to share this video this is the one that
Oh, I haven't seen this one.
this is the one that I shared on my thing, and nobody responded. You would think people would be going, oh, yeah. Okay, so let me turn the sound on and
Saudi Arabia really wants to make this mirror wall city a thing. This weird new city is the brainchild of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, aka MBS. He wants to turn a stretch of the desert, roughly the size of Belgium, into a high-tech city that's basically a giant mirror stretching into the distance. Costing $500 billion to build, its exterior walls will be made from mirrors, inside will be filled with vertical gardens, and you won't even need a car to get around because it'll take just 20 minutes to get from end to end. Oh, and it's supposed to have space for 9 million residents. Sound realistic? Saudi Arabia really wants to make this mirror wall city a thing. This weird new
They said it was 8 minutes. That was one.
oh, the 8-minute one here. Let's find it and see if it's any better.
Because it goes into more detail.
Yeah, it does.
Was that the 1 minuter that I sent you?
That was the TikTok video I was trying to find originally. Hang on.
Oh. Because I even sent you a little short 1 minuter.
Here.
But 500 billion. And what happens if somebody throws a rock?
I know, right? A scary thought,
Oh,
right?
there's mine. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is this the 1 minute one?
Yeah, that's the one I sent. Well, let her play. Oh,
Okay.
there's your 8 minuter.
Okay. Well, which one you want me to play?
Play the 8. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm easy.
Oops.
Metropolis with no cars and no pollution, housed in twin high-rises more than 100 miles long, with hanging gardens and spectacular views. This might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but one ambitious country has started to build the world's most extravagant linear smart city, and it looks nothing like your average city. Join us today as we explore this extraordinary upcoming mega project that will eclipse every other megacity construction in the world. Back in 2017, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, first announced the proposed utopian city of Neom, which would be located in the northwest of the Gulf country near the Red Sea. The initiative emerged from Saudi Vision 2030, a plan that seeks to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil, diversify its economy, and develop public service sectors such as health, education, and tourism. According to the plan, the huge city of Neom will have 3 main parts: Oxagon, Trojena, and the Line. The Neom Industrial City, also known as Oxagon, is a floating industrial complex shaped like a regular octagon. It will be the largest in the world when completed, and would serve as a port for shipping routes through the Red Sea. Trojena, the first major outdoor skiing destination in the Arabian Peninsula, will be located in Saudi Arabia's highest mountain range. Positioned at approximately 2,600 meters above sea level, it will be a new destination for mountain tourism. The third and most important part of Neom is the line, a smart linear city which would form the infrastructure spine of the wider Neom megapolis. Now,
Man, look at
And
this
of course, we get
if I told you-
ads.
Okay, it's a line metropolis. Interesting.
Okay, here we go.
be wondering what exactly the line is. For many years, engineers and architects had found it nearly impossible to visualize the concept of this astonishing megacity. But on the 25th of July this year, the Saudi prince unveiled new details along with a montage of visuals revealing different aspects of this future city. According to the announcement, the line is a 1,640 feet high, 656 feet wide structure that will stretch across 100 miles in a remote stretch of desert and mountain terrain. This long skyscraper structure will be higher than most of the world's existing towers and have a gigantic elegant mirror glass facade. Housed within it is the unconventional utopian smart city. It will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. The line will run entirely on renewable energy with the aid of artificial intelligence, with no roads, cars, or carbon emissions. A high-speed rail similar to the Hyperloop will connect sections of the line, allowing people to travel from one end of the city to the other in just 20 minutes. According to Prince Mohammed, the plans for this city will challenge the conventional flat and horizontal cities and serve as a model for preserving nature while improving human livability. The line will address the issues that modern urban life presents to humans and shed light on better lifestyle options. Before we continue, if you would like to learn more about billion-dollar construction projects around the world, be sure to subscribe to this channel.
Okay, so how many people?
6 million people in there. So it's the size of a regular city.
I thought he said 900 million or something. Okay, how many people are in? Let's see, population of Saudi.
So with everybody locked up, is it going to be the ultimate utopia dystopia where the haves will have and the have-nots will be, everybody up in the ski resort are going to be the hoity-toity, high-and-tighten, and everybody in the line are just going to be general workers? What do you want to bet?
Okay, so they have 35 million people. And
In the
they're saying
country?
that's what it says, 35 million.
Well, that's not really a lot.
I think that's what it says. 35, comma, 962, comma.
That's just not a whole lot of people. We've got 330 here in the States.
My
So
question,
I mean, I'm not saying that's not their population. That could very well be. It's just they have more dirt than they have people. It's kind of like, where is it, Montana? I think there's only a couple of million people live in Montana itself, but it's got a lot of dirtage.
let's see.
And there goes the fastest fingers typing in the West.
We have 329 million here.
I was 330 is close enough to 329, so all right.
I don't know why I thought they had way more than that.
And they estimate that we'll be at 350.
Yeah, they only have 35 million. We have 330. What did I say?
Right.
Okay. Okay, so my question is, I have a couple of questions actually.
All right. Ask.
So I'm assuming this means, okay, how many did it say that it would hold?
6 or 9 mil. It's the same as the city.
Was it 6 or 9 mil? Okay, so are they only going to build one and then everybody else will be living where they normally live? Or is this a plan to build more than one? Because there's no way they can put the whole population in there if the population is that big.
Right. They would need 4 or 5 lines to accommodate the entire population.
Okay, so then my next question is, because once they do that we're going to start tinkering here. So does that mean that, say, in the United States, certain, I would say, heavily populated cities, the major cities here in the
Chicago,
U.S.,
New York, San
or
Francisco.
Atlanta,
Right.
yeah, and all that, would the thought be to, in those
Line out those
larger, in the larger cities, to build said cities,
line.
right? Because it says in the agenda 2031, the main plan is to move everyone to the cities, and that's why they're actually trying to buy back they're trying to buy all the land up. And from what
So they can evict people off it.
from what I understand about real estate and rental property, is that a lot of people are selling the rental properties, and what they're doing is buying these rental properties up, and they're jacking up the prices so people can't rent them, in order for this to take place when they say, okay, it's time for everybody to move to the cities. Because I know that they're supposedly supposed to be building all these high rises in all the cities to house people, not businesses, but to house people. And then
Right. I can believe that.
down, they're going to be taking down all the houses. They're going to be taking the property of the people who refuse to play their game.
Right.
So, is there a possibility that we're going to be looking at, say, some of these cities like this, and maybe they'll go underground and make these things that you can go from one city, to another?
I don't think they're going to let you migrate from city to city. I think they want to keep everybody locked down in one location. This city will be unique to this
That's a
one will be you.
possibility.
That'll be unique.
Yeah.
That way, there's not a lot of cross lining, if you will, going from here to there because that would give you freedom like you have now.
True.
Nobody will have cars, so you won't be able to go unless they have a train that goes from this one to that one. Now, I presume the elites and those driving the boat will have those amenities, or will fly in helicopters from point A to point B. Us general peons, no, we'll be doing whatever it is we're told to do, how we're told to do it, when we're told to do it, regardless of whether we like what we're told to do or not. But one of the things that you probably should get now before they put you in the line is to go to mypillow.com. That's Mike Lindell's site. And over a little bit, and then down there where it says radio specials, click on that box and use the promo code MOJO50. And you can get slippers and mattress toppers. Now, it doesn't mean that there won't be 7 other people using your mattress or slippers, but you can try and get them before they lock everybody down and keep you from being able to procure those finer items to make life more literally comfortable. That's over at mypillow.com. Use the promo code MOJO50. It is scary to think that they can lock us all up like that. You know what?
But that's the plan. And just like it said in that video about the technology, the AI, okay, so I've been saying that for a while now, that AI is going to be eventually taking over.
Well, the only advantage of AI is they can't catch monkeypox.
Well, hey, come on. You know that as long as you're not having butt sex.
Literally. Yeah, I feel sorry for that poor greyhound. Uh-huh. I wonder which one of them boys was tagging his puppy.
I mean, I just
It's crazy. And it's another one of those man created ailments. A lot of them get created by us to take us out. The ruling elite, baby, the ruling elite.
I just think that people need to start waking up and realizing that this stuff is it's actually happening. May not be happening as quickly over here as it is over there.
Oh, it's en
Um,
route.
yeah, it's once. I mean, seriously, you think we're gonna sit back and let somebody beat us to something like that?
The funny thing is, it's even like, excuse me, we have Agenda 2030, where no one will own anything and be happy. The politicians just keep getting richer and fatter, if you will, and us peons keep losing more and more freedoms, equity, standing. Used to be middle class ran America. Used to, from the 50s till about the probably middle 90s, maybe, or at least starting in the 80s. It was starting to decline through the 90s and then the 2000s, and then now it's just ridiculous. But eventually, people will either stand up or go total socialism, and they'll only have a couple of, there will be the one world order. Everybody will be a bureaucrat.
Well, I mean, a lot of this was prophesied, and a lot of the prophecies are actually happening now. A lot of things
True.
are going on, and the Bible is actually stopping becoming, because a lot of people read it and they think, oh, it's just such a fantasy, and you know, there's all these
You know,
spirits and whatnot things that go on, and people talking to you that aren't there, even though we know it's God. Um, Things like that, and a lot of the, things that were said in the Bible are taking place as of right now. And part of that is the mark of the beast, the moving everybody, they will have control over everybody. They will have control. And you will either do as they say, or they'll just take you to the guillotine and let's just take your head off. I
I'm
just
glad I'm old.
I'm glad I'm old too,
I wouldn't want to be
but
a 4-year-old in today's world, because then you would
yeah,
have another 96 years to go. I'm 65. I've probably maybe only got 20 left if I'm lucky.
I just think that too many people look at this as it ain't real, that it's not, well, we heard that back when we were young, the whole thing from back when the wars were going on and all that kind of stuff, and it was the end of the world, this, that, and the other. But the problem is now it's actually, you can look and you can see where it's written here in the Bible, and this is actually taking place. The Euphrates, look it up. The Euphrates in Revelations, it talks about Euphrates drying up, and the kings from the east and the kings from the west, and guess what? Euphrates is almost dried up.
The Colorado, from what I saw some pictures the other day online, of course, there you go. It was online. So was I actually looking at, who knows? But it was considerably lower as well, you know.
Talk away.
Uh-oh. And while our other co-host there runs for the ringly dingly that wasn't planned for or scheduled, what gives us just a quick second to talk. How is everybody on this fantastic Sunday? I'm doing great. Did you manage to catch us on Ria Bo early this morning? It was fantastic. Hi, hon.
We didn't even get to know that.
No, we didn't. No, and hell, we're about, I think we got what, maybe 10 left on this one for today, if that.
Have yeah, we got about 10 minutes left, but yeah,
We're
Rhea
doing
Bailey
fine.
was on indoctrination, and actually you can look at a lot of what we talked about today, and I think that's why
They
a lot of
apply.
people look the other way because they've been so indoctrinated that it's all a lie. I mean, Christianity has been indoctrinated. Either it's been indoctrinated to where it's not real, it's a lie, or it's been indoctrinated people with their thoughts, beliefs about how all this is actually going to go down. That, is there a pre-trib? Is there not a pre-trib? I mean, it's like people are arguing over stuff like that. This is all really very seriously going on, but we're all going to find out a lot sooner than what a lot of y'all think.
Uh-huh. It's morals and standards that used to be prevalent. The old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, yeah, it did. Because when I was growing up, if I was down the street, away from anybody I knew,
Oh, I got my back.
and did something wrong and got caught at it, whomever caught me whooped my ass, took me home. My parents said, hey, thanks for catching the little heathen screwing up. And then my parents whooped my ass. Nowadays, the little heathen screws up and people grab their phone and record it. Oh, look at little Johnny burning down Mabel's house. Ain't that sad?
But
Instead of going up. And if they do go up to Johnny and stop him, then they get jacked up for, infringing on the kids' rights.
But you got to look at it this way too. Back then, most people pretty much had the same overall
Morals.
beliefs. The political views were pretty much the same. You didn't have to worry about someone's parent teaching you how to have sex with like
Not
they
teaching Bobby and Billy how to do each other.
teaching Barbie how to,
As I said, Bobby and Billy.
but,
Not Billy Joe.
it's like all of my parents when I hung out around, we lived on a circle, and yeah, I mean, seriously, I got my butt busted by several neighbors' parents, and they got their butts busted by several of my parents. And
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. And we used to have little things like block parties, and everybody knew who everybody was. I don't even know half my neighbors where I'm at now. It's just so different than it was back then. And so, as far as saying that it takes a tribe or whatever to raise a family or to raise kids, we used to could trust who the other people were. Now,
Right.
do you really know who?
No.
You can't even trust your teachers because they're too busy indoctrinating them
Mm-hmm.
to believe what they believe instead of teaching math, history, science, grammar.
Even, extracurricular activities. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. No.
That's not even, I don't
It
even know
used
why
to
they
be
still call
they
them. I don't know why they still call it Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, because now they're
they
allowed
don't. It's just
Scouts
scouting.
and girls in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah,
One
now
ain't
it's just called
Scout.
scouting. See, that was just it. It used to be they made a effort to keep those that like the same sex out of those organizations.
Well, I was like,
Used to be, and it used to be called Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. Now it's just called scouting. And when they get together at the jamborees, what do? They hand out condoms because, well, everybody's boning everybody. No, it's not supposed to be that way.
no, not at all.
One, g-
I think now, knowing what I know and everything else, I love my kids and everything. Don't get me wrong. But it's just a thought that my kids are now having to raise their kids in this time.
Environment,
That
right?
bothers me. That bothers me.
Now, if as long as you imparted your values growing up on your kids and they still hold to
I
them,
don't think it
it would be
matters.
fine. But they don't.
It's not a matter of the parents anymore. It's a matter of who's teaching your kids. And
Precisely.
unless you can take your
Who's
kids
indoctrinating your kids,
willing,
not teaching.
unless
Well,
you're willing to take your kids out of school and homeschool them, and most parents either they can't because they have to work, both parents, or they just don't care.
yeah. See, we used to be taught how to critically think. Now they're just taught to be critical.
Now we're just taught this is red and this is blue, and that's just the way it is. You this might be
And it doesn't
purple,
even necessarily have to be red and
purple,
blue. They can call it anything they want to now.
but it's red. This is what you're gonna learn. It's red. It's I don't know. And look at the math. They done destroyed the math. Common Core. 4 plus 4 isn't 8 anymore. It's
Nope.
2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2.
2 plus 2 is 5. Why? Well, because little Billy had 2 trucks, I had 7 trucks, and Johnny had 8 trucks. Uh-huh.
I mean, I literally, when Dylan would bring home his math, and
Hmm.
mind you, when I went to college, I was so terrified of math because I hated it. I was a horrible math student. So when I started college and I failed the math on the CPE, I had to take all these 99 classes in order to get me
Right. Remedial classes, if you will.
right. So I was so terrified because I know that math is each new math is adding a new step. So therefore, I knocked all of my math out in the first like year to 2 years, right? So I had 2 extra maths which went into my curriculum. So here I am. I've got all this math, all this algebra, trigonometry, all this other stuff that I learned in college. And my son is bringing home the same kind of stuff. And I'm going, oh, that's easy. All you got to do is blah, 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 blah. And he'd just look at me and shake his head. I looked up some videos. I, it, I was blown away. I was blown away. Are you kidding me? You got to do these 20 steps before you get the answer when it's just a one time thing. And then on top of that, with Dylan being the way that he was, Dylan's one of those, he can look at a problem and not even, I mean, it's like he just does it in his head. He
Right.
just looks at it and he knows what the answer is. They kept accusing him of cheating and all these other kind of things. Well, you got to show us how you did it. Well, I don't know how I did it. I just know that the answer is blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It's like if you can't show how you do it, you're just screwed.
And if you show, and if you show it as being wrong, you're still correct.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. I'm glad that I don't have to go to school now, but I feel sorry for any kid that does. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Definitely wouldn't want to be a youngin' in today's age. It's ludicrous.
No.
It was so funny. I saw a thing the other day where it was one of those memes online and said something about my kids asked me what it was like when I was a child. So I took away their phones, gave them a popsicle, put them outside, and said, "Come back when the street lights come on."
And that was true. In the summer, I got up in the morning and I left the house. And I didn't come back until it was dinner time.
Right. Street lights come on, you better have your ass at home or be on the phone telling them, had arrangements made.
There was no get on the phone and call either. Your ass just better be at home. You better be at your house when those lights come on. My dad
Yep.
would He's standing in the driveway. Better be there. We will see everybody next Sunday.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.